Alright, hello algebros. We are going to answer this question G. So we are on page M326, just moving right along. And it asks, how can you restrict the domain of h of x so that its inverse is also a function? Well, we can restrict that. Alright, so if we restrict that to x greater than or equal to 4, then it'll make that inverse a function. So we're essentially going to take off that plus minus. So we just have the square root of x plus 4. Alright, so the domain restriction and again, notice that we're going from a y equals to h of -1, so the inverse of h of x. All right, so how that's going to affect the domain, so now our inverse is going to look like that. So the domain, it's still going to exist from 0 on. Oops, I don't know why I wrote E. So in interval notation, it'd be 0 to infinity. Our range is what's going to be affected by this change. So our range is no longer going to be forever up and down. It's only going to exist above. It was an x value of, or I mean a y value of 4. So our range is going to be y is greater than or equal to 4. And in interval notation, it would be 4 to infinity. All right, so if we restrict that in h of x, as we did, then our original function will change just a little bit. So if we're restricting it to where h of x is greater than 4, then we are essentially erasing this side of the line. All right. And so now what we have, our domain is no longer everything. It's only when x is greater than 4. And our range is still anything that's above that y value of 0. What conclusions can you make about the relationship between the domain and range of the function? All right, so this concludes this. Your assignment will be, sorry I didn't have it prepared. Well, to do activity 2.1. So we went through activity 2.2 in those videos. So activity 2.1, you'll go through the same process, but with a simple equation. So the parent function, essentially, domain range. The only thing that we didn't answer in 2.2 that you'll answer in this is x and y intercepts. And so it will be from page M321 to page M323 from your book. And happy mathing!